Welcome to the Thursday edition of the Spark Creativity Teacher Podcast, a podcast for English teachers in search of creative teaching strategies. Whether you're new to the show or a longtime listener, I'm so glad you're here for today's edition of Highly Recommended. This week, I want to share a super simple strategy for building more book recommendations into your classes in just 2 or 3 minute installments: book trailers. I first heard the idea of running a consistent program in class with book trailers from Abby Gross over at Right On with Miss G. She shared the idea of Book Trailer Tuesdays, and I think what she does in her class is just play one short book trailer every single Tuesday and then raffle off the book for kids to take and read. And I love this idea. I loved it right away. It's a fantastic companion to First Chapter Friday, or it can just be its own unique program if you don't have time for First Chapter Fridays. But even if you're not doing a Book Trailer Tuesday program, book trailers are a pretty amazing thing to build into your class here and there. So let's talk about a few other ways you could use them. Maybe you create a collection, a bookmark list of trailers. Maybe you've got 10, maybe you've got 4, maybe you've got 30 that are just ready for those odd days when your lesson randomly ends 5 minutes earlier than you expect. You know those days? I remember the first time I had a day like that, and I just stared at the kids and I was like, now what? There are 6 minutes left and I've got nothing. And those kind of days come no matter how carefully you plan. So a book trailer is a perfect way to fill that gap with intention. It's something you can always do to just promote the bookish culture of your classroom. Okay, another way to use book trailers is just to change it up with your book talk routine. So maybe you regularly go over to your shelves and pick up a book you love and tell your students a little bit about it before choice reading time. I love this. I highly recommend that too. But subbing in a book trailer now and then is a cool way to change it up. It just lets students see a book from somebody else's perspective, see it in a fun visual way for kids who are more visual, and it also takes the pressure off you. Another way you could use book trailers is to help you introduce a new genre. So maybe you're about to do book clubs, or you're about to do a new unit in a genre that students haven't really explored before, maybe like novels in verse or graphic novels, and you just want to introduce them to the concept. It could be fun to take 2 or 3 book trailers and play them back to back, which is only going to take 7 or 8 minutes, just to give them a little bit of the flavor of what this new genre is going to feel like. It also, as a fun side addition, promotes the books in your choice reading library if you have those books. And then as you continue to sprinkle in book trailers here and there, you might consider having students make book trailers of their own. Now, this, I think, is a really cool element of any book trailer program. If you've shown students a few, they're starting to get the hang of what makes a book trailer good, what makes a book trailer fun to watch, what makes it recommend a book well, because they're going to know which trailers made them want to read the book. So after you've sort of introduced them in this way and used them in class, you might consider having students make book trailers within your choice reading program or your book club program, so that you can start to build a collection of student-created book trailers that you can show in future years. And how amazing would this be if you just had like 100 Google Slides with embedded videos on them of your students' book trailers, and then in the future, if you want to start a Book Trailer Tuesday program, or if you want to share this slideshow with the entire department, it becomes this incredible resource. So I highly recommend you try sharing some book trailers in class this year, maybe even having students create some book trailers, whatever works for you. You really can't lose by trying out a 2-minute strategy that just might win over more readers to new books. Thanks so much for joining me today to talk about book trailers. Until next time, take care of yourself and stay creative.